Hi guys, this is Joy, and today I am going to, since the DSP is on sale this month, I thought I would highlight some of the papers that are actually on sale. So this is called Take to the Sky. It is by Stampin' Up, and it is 15% off this month, so it's almost like you're getting free shipping and no tax, but actually it's 15% off. So I am going to show you how I made this layout, and this was actually the first paper pack that I bought from Close to My Heart as a consultant. It came in my kit. And I am finished with Christy's Beautiful Life round 15, remarkably slow. And today I'm going to use this sketch by, this is by Lisa Sikorski. I killed her name, sorry. Sikorski, I believe. And she has a website called Scrap a Sketch, and every Friday she has a new sketch. And this was actually, I believe, August 2nd sketch, but it was perfect. So what I've been wanting to do is, when I was in Oregon, I got to see my brand new grand nephew. He is pretty cute, and it reminded me that I have not done newborn pictures of the rest of the kids. So I thought, and when I saw this paper, I thought, well, that'd be really cute for like new arrival. So I saw it as a baby paper. And so my nephew, which is the dad, he has one girl and 3 boys. So what this is going to be is it's going to have a picture of each newborn, so the little girl and then the 3 brothers, and it will have their names and the date that they were born. Obviously, I'm not going to be sharing that information with you because that's a little bit too much information to stick out in YouTube land. So I will show you what I've done with this, and I used very little pattern paper, and I'll show you what I did. So this one, when the sketch from Lisa was only a 1-page sketch, but very easily duplicated. So when I stretch a sketch or make the sketch into a 2-page layout, and that's what they call it, when you make when it's a 1-page sketch and you make 2, then we call that stretching the sketch. So when you stretch the sketch, I usually, so you can see that hers is centered. I wanted to do 2 pages, so I just scooted it over a little bit, and I just duplicated it. So this layout is already done. Basically, it's to help me stay on track, and so I'll remember, oh, that's what I did. So this is the completed one, so we can actually move this aside. But first I wanted to show you, so this, like I said, this was Take to the Sky, and it's offered through Stampin' Up. It's on sale this month, and I have done a sketch with, used this paper pack before, and this was the paper pack. I've already made one layout from that. So this was heavily influenced by Kelly Baxter Fitzgerald. She made this layout, and so I borrowed the idea of down here. I did change it a little bit. I think I added a few more photo opportunities, and I love this cute title. So I have pictures of my daughter at Chuck E. Cheese, and they had the little plane that went up and down, and I was so excited I was going to take my grandson and have him ride that same plane, but sadly that plane is gone. I know, because my niece works at Chuck E. Cheese. It's still, that plane went out when they had COVID. So anyway, but this is another layout that I made from that same paper pack. So let me show you what I've done. So on this sketch, it has striped paper. I didn't have any striped paper, but I am never discouraged by the lack of striped paper. So what I did was I made my own striped paper. So these are 2 different papers in that pack. This is the one paper. So Stampin' Up's paper packs are a little bit bigger. They're 12 sheets. So I had this sheet, and I had, well, I can just show you the paper really quick. If you've already seen the paper, you can fast forward. But this paper pack has cut aparts, but it also has a really cool, if you don't want to do the cut aparts, you can always use this. And I'm actually going to use this sheet. My granddaughter went to Pearl Harbor, so I will be using that sheet for the Pearl Harbor pictures. And I love this for scrapbooking. This paper pack works great because you have a very themed side, which that's airplanes, and then on the back, who could not use that page? I mean, it's great for boys. So that's another sheet. I don't know if I have all 12 sheets because, like I said, I've cut into this pack. So this is kind of what I have left from this paper pack. And then that, of course, was a cloud. So that was one side, and then this one. So I have quite a bit left. I'm hoping, I always try to get at least three layouts from a paper pack, and I usually have leftovers. So that's that one, and this one I cut into because that's the other one. So that is the paper pack. I'm sure it isn't all of the paper pack, but you can see kind of what I did. So I used this one for one row, and I made 1-inch strips. I counted them on the sketch, so I made 1-inch strips. And you can see that I did not go all the way across because why would I waste all that beautiful paper? So I did 2 inches because I knew I was going to offset. And the other thing that I did was I did random stamping, and I did not pull the stamp set that I used. Like I said, this was part of my starter up kit, I guess you'd call it. So this is the one I got, and so this was a cling stamp. So cling stamps are the red rubber, and I should have brought them over so you could look at it, but they are not acrylic stamps. So the coordinating one is not a acrylic stamp, which is what I'm used to. But I did manage, and so the other thing that I did was I did random stamping. And you can see that it's not perfect stamping, and I didn't even care because most of this covered up. I just wanted it to be, it was a little bit too plain to just leave it plain. So I could have stenciled, but in the end I thought, well, I have this stamp set, so I might as well go ahead and use it. So I did random stamping. And when you random stamp, I started off with my planes, and I stamped those first. And then I stamped the bigger clouds and then the smaller clouds, and so that's how I random stamped. I believe I thought this was slate gray, but so Stampin' Up's paper packs, they do have 12 by 12 paper, but they come in color families. If you want 12 by 12, they come in color families. So I had to improvise, and get, I think that this is slate, so there's more than one color in there, but I believe this is slate. And I also used Boho blue. This is cinnamon, which is actually a close to my heart color. It had a color that went with it, and I'm sorry, I'm not great with the Stampin' Up colors, but I didn't have enough of it to do all the things I needed to do with it. So I went ahead and used cinnamon, which I had quite a bit of because it was actually a retired color. And I can see that I have ran off and forgotten I don't have a adhesive, so I'm going to run really quick over here and get one. And hopefully it won't run out. So I measured all of this, and so I'm going to go ahead, and I like to put them together, make sure that they are lining up. what I loved about this paper was when I was stripping it out, so I cut all of these pieces at 1 inch, and then I cut them by 2, and I faced the planes whenever I could. I faced the planes going towards the beginning of the picture, because you really want that to be the case. Okay, so hopefully I won't lose any more parts now that I've gotten my, and I'm going to go ahead and line this up and put it down. Oops. So, I always forget to introduce myself. I get so nervous when I'm on camera, so I will go ahead and do that now. My name's Joy Ani, and this channel is called Scrapping in My Own Private Idaho. I also have a Facebook group with the same name, Joy Ani, Scrapping in My Own Private Idaho. I put the still pictures, and I can even take pictures. I'll put still pictures of this layout when I'm completed, and also of the stamp set that I used, so that you can see what the cling stamps look like, because I know if you've been hanging out with me, the cling stamps are not something that we had before. So I just kind of want you to see that that's what they look like, and see how I offset this. I offset this. Sorry, this is supposed to go this way. Just kind of as interest, and she did that on her sketch. I love this sketch. This is going to be a sketch I'm going to use over and over and over again. I think it is so cute. So I'm excited about having each one of this. You know how you always say, oh, this kid looks like this kid? So I will have all 4 pictures of my great nieces and nephews on one place, so then we can really say, oh yeah, he really does look like his brother or his sister. So, and all of my great nephews' kids are beautiful. Of course, I'd have to say that. But who doesn't think their great nieces and nephews are beautiful? And I'm going to put that one, make sure that one's lined up. This one I don't have the extra backing on it. It's just kind of a single backing. And so, yeah, I got this idea, and I thought, oh great, I've ran out of adhesive tape, so I'm just going to show you where I'm going to put it. I'm not going to show you how to glue it down. I'm not going to have you sit and watch while I run and get adhesive again. So I fussy cut these little airplanes, and this one is facing this way, so I'm going to have it go that way. And with the tails, so then we'll put their little name here and their little name there. And this is an album I am creating for my lovely little my nephew's family. They are really cute. He has 3 boys and 1 girl, and they're a lot of fun. I don't get to see them as much as I would like to, but last time I was there, the mom loves to take pictures. She's so good, and I get a lot of the Facebook pictures from her, and she's so good about taking pictures. And so when I was there, I said something about pictures, and so she just happened to have a whole bunch. This is what this I'll come back to that story. Hobby Lobby has cheap adhesive, but this is what it always breaks. Does anyone else's adhesive break on them all the time? Like, I'll get halfway through and it stops doing the spinny thing. So I don't waste anything, so I just break it apart and do it the best I can. So I'm going to have that one. That one's going to be popped out a little bit because I got to slip the pages under. I actually know which picture is going to go on there. So my niece is the oldest of the 4. So I know I have pictures of her somewhere because that's when we lived there in Oregon when she was born. So I have a few more pictures of her. But anyway, I'm working on this. So the mom of the boys is really good about taking pictures and putting them on Facebook. And so she just happened to have a whole pack of pictures, and said, if you give me those pictures, I'll scrapbook them for you. So we're gonna get it done. And I mean, she takes beautiful pictures, and her kids are beautiful. And with my family, I have taken so many pictures, and I have so many albums that it's kind of nice to do them for other people. So I'm going to put this down. I know this is a really weird way. Tell me if you guys ever do this with your tape. But adhesive is so expensive, and I have the Stampin' Up one, but every time I go to, I promise, every time I go to film, I can't find my Stampin' Up. And I have like 3 or 4 of them. But when I go to record, for whatever reason, I can never find them. I say that Stampin' Up adhesive is camera shy, but it doesn't do this. This is, I go to Hobby Lobby, and I buy these all the time, but often I have to take them apart, but at least this way I don't have to go off camera. So this is my layout. So I hope that you see that you can, this does not have to be a travel paper pack. It can be for babies. And I'm just really excited about being able to see all the different babies on one page. And I am not a chronological scrapbooker, so if I will often mix years together. So this will definitely be mixed together because my great niece is like 12 or 13, and then we have a brand new baby, so there's going to be years in between. And I'm missing an arrival here, but there's another arrival that has here that looks just like that, so I will put that on there, and then I will post the pictures, and I will give you the dimensions. And I hope you enjoyed this video. So if you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please like and subscribe, and if you have time and you want to see more, you can pop over to my Facebook group, Joy Ani Scrapping in My Own Private Idaho. Hope you have a great day. I will put my Stampin' Up link in the comments below, and what paper pack and what colors I used. Hope you have a great day. Thanks. Bye.